Hey there, you're on the Bible Forum. I'm Warren Sprouse. The United Teachers Los Angeles has released a list of demands that it argues must be met before schools can reopen in America's second largest city. The 35,000-member teachers union sees the coronavirus as a perfect opportunity to demand the enactment of a far-left agenda that it supported long before COVID-19 arrived on the scene. According to the political activists at the helm, quote, the safe and equitable conditions for starting Los Angeles schools, end of quote, include the defunding of the police, a federal bailout of LA schools, and the abolition of charter schools. Now, while the document acknowledges that it, quote, cares about the HEROES Act, providing funding for K through 12, it complained that the district still needed more money. In addition, the section of the desired federal support for reopening LA schools included a demand for Medicare for all. As for the section on state support, the document calls on the state of California to implement a millionaire's tax and a wealth tax. While the teachers seem certain that the massive redistribution of wealth would result in much desired revenue, they fail to take into account the fact that many millionaires would simply flee the state. And the second the higher taxes were imposed, they would be gone. The most ridiculous demands came in the section on local support, calling on local leaders to defund police. The brains behind the left-wing wish list urged elected officials to, quote, shift the astronomical amount of money devoted to policing over to education and to other essential needs such as housing and public health. Now, apparently these people aren't bothered by the fact that homicides in their city rose by 250% in the first week of June this year, as anti-law enforcement sentiment first swept through major American cities. Last month, Cecily Mayart Cruz, the union's president, described the police as a symbol of white supremacy that needed to be dismantled. Also, not surprisingly, the document had few kind words for charter schools, which teachers' unions see as an enormous threat to their monopolistic power. UTLA said it wants a charter moratorium, but this radical list of demands should make LA parents who do not subscribe to the dictates of cultural Marxism want to send their children to charter schools more than ever. And of course, no document filled with left-wing demands would be complete without a call for financial support for undocumented students and families. However, in a place like Los Angeles, where advancing a political agenda is more important to the teachers than educating the next generation, parents should seriously consider homeschooling or sending their children to a charter or private school. That is, until they're not allowed in that state anymore. And then they should follow the police wherever they go. Amazing.